And we are live. Thank you so much for joining us for the Clydesdale Media Presents Meet the Semifinal Athletes. I'm going to shout out my sponsors real quick. RX Smart Gear provides world-class jump ropes, grips, and other gear for us all. Use the discount code Clydesdale15 for 15% off your order at rxsmartgear.com. Mobility Movement, MVMNT, is a program that teaches you how to increase your capacity to heal, reduce recovery time, and restore your free when you use the code Clydesdale free month at mobilitymvmnt.com. And finally, C4 Energy, delivering the most effective, best tasting, and highest quality products for you. Get 20% off your order when you use the code Clydesdale at checkout at C4energy.com. That's C4energy.com. And I am with old friend Cam Crockett. I got to know Cam a little bit back in the Rogue Invitational days when I was judging Saxon Panchek. We got to hang out a little bit. So how have you been, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So I know you're now with CrossFit Cadre because Cliffside had to close.
Yeah. I've actually been with I've been a part of Cadre since fall of 2015. So I've been there for a long, even when I was with Cliffside, I still was affiliated with still coached and still went to Cadre every once in a while. So I've been there for a long time.
And so this is your second year in a row at the MACC.
Yes, it is.
And what did you learn last year that you're going to bring with you into this season?
More that I actually belong there, because last year it was not that I didn't belong, but it was more like I didn't know where I stacked up against these guys, like how I was going to do. And the fact I finished 11th and had, I think 2 top 5 finishes, 1 top 10 finish. It was like, okay, like I can hang with these guys. I made some mistakes, like just strategy mistakes or pacing mistakes. I'm like, all right, like I know how to correct those. I like things to work on. And then strength has always been something I need to work on. And my worst finish was the snatch. So it's like, all right, keep lifting heavy. So I've been lifting heavy a lot more. So yeah, it just showed I belong. Kind of just gave me like a confidence boost, especially going into this year. It's like, all right, I've beat some guys that I've looked up to for years. So I think I got a real shot.
Yeah, it was fun watching it last year. Because you had some home run hits, where you knocked it out of the park a little bit. What's your athletic background coming into CrossFit?
Hockey. I played hockey for a really long time until end of high school.
Okay. And what position?
I was a forward. I kind of bounced around from wing to center.
Okay. So Sidney Crosby-ish?
Not as good as him, no. More of like I don't know. I liked dumping the puck in the corners and then going to fight for it. I wasn't a good like skill guy.
Gotcha.
My hands are made of stone, so.
Yeah, Sidney Crosby references salt in the wound after the Game 7 loss last night. So,
I'm glad about that. I didn't want Davis to win.
Hey. So yeah, you're a Cleveland guy, right?
Yeah.
And so you hate everything Pittsburgh.
Pretty much, yeah. The whole state of Pennsylvania, really.
Dude, that's where I grew up.
I mean, sorry. I don't like the Flyers. I don't like the Penguins.
Well, I hate the Flyers.
Oh yeah,
I hate the Flyers. So MACC's coming up. They released the workouts this morning.
Yeah, I just saw them a few hours ago.
So you checked them out. What are you thinking?
I feel really good about them. It's a lot of stuff that I've been doing a while with Mayhem Compete the past couple months. So just feel really confident going into it.
Yeah, I know Mayhem loves to do those box get-overs.
Yeah, we do a lot of box get-overs. The like midline sadness, like we literally just did a workout almost exactly like that, like 2 weeks ago. Like a lot of GHDs, a lot of handstand walking combined, like in workouts with like toes to bar or anything else that just fries your midline. So that one's just like a normal day in the gym.
Yeah. And you look at those and there are a lot of those Mayhem event qualities kind of in there. So How long have you been with the Mayhem programming?
Since January, they reached out and like, we want you to be one of our athletes. And I've done Mayhem in the past, like probably 4 years ago now. At this point, I did Mayhem for like about a year, and then that's when I went up to Cliffside and started training with the pan check. So I wasn't doing Mayhem then. And then when Cliffside closed, got back on Mayhem, and then it's been great ever since.
Yeah. Have you stayed in touch with the Panchecks at all?
Not really. Kind of just all of us kind of just went our own separate ways. So yeah, not so much anymore.
Okay. So, do you have a coach that you can talk to at Mayhem, or are you just working with Jake?
Yeah, Jake. Jake's been awesome, especially leading up to the MACC. He's been sending all the athletes to the MACC like emails about either like separate programming to do or like what plans they have for the MACC, like on-site coaching and stuff. So yeah, he'll be there all weekend at the MACC to like just kind of help out with strategy. And my fiance is going to get my coach's pass, so she'll help out in whatever way she can.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll have some great insights for you.
Oh yeah, she kind of just keeps me calm when I'm freaking out. So
Yeah, yeah, that's the best thing.
Yeah.
So I saw that were you active duty military at one point with the Army?
So I'm in ROTC right now.
Okay.
And then I'm also in the Ohio National Guard. So I'm still in ROTC, still have to graduate college, but as soon as I graduate college, I'm going active duty to the Army. So I won't be in the National Guard anymore.
And then I saw that you competed at Wadapalooza with Army Warrior Fitness.
Yeah, that was an awesome opportunity. That's something I would totally love to do once I commission. But I know a girl that's on the Warrior Fitness team. I went to air assault school with her a few years ago, and we kind of just met on the base. There was like a CrossFit gym on base, and we just met there, and then kind of stayed in touch. And then she just reached out asking if I wanted to go team for Wadapalooza, like as part of the team, and I did. And yeah, it was awesome. They're a great group of people.
Yeah, have you done Wadapalooza before?
I did it as a RX team back in 2018 with two other guys. We weren't in the elite division, but it was still really fun.
Yeah, this year was my first year down there.
Yeah,
I'll never miss another one.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun. 2 years ago it was awesome, but like it was even more fun this year. Like kind of being at the elite level, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's like you see all your old friends from the CrossFit circles just walking around.
Yeah, they're just like walking to and from the hotel or like walking around Miami. It was like every 5 minutes I'll stop and like, oh hey, like what's up? Like see another person I saw, then like someone else. So yeah, it is really cool. It's like kind of like a little reunion.
Right.
It's not like, yeah, it's a competition, but it's not like there's no game spot on the line. It's not the game, so it's a little bit more relaxed, I feel like. So it's kind of more fun. So
yeah. They should label it the CrossFit Family Reunion.
Yeah, it really kind of feels like that. It really does.
Yeah.
I saw some people I met at the MACC last year. Like they were there, like competing on teams. So like we were all like kind of hanging out in the athlete area or talking to each other. So yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, and even like the serious teams do that. I love the elite team of 3 because
I think it's a good.
It's not even the format of a games competition.
Yeah. And I think that makes it a little bit more relaxed in the athlete area. Like there wasn't any teams really that were like kind of on their like in their own little corner, not talking to anyone. Like everyone was like hanging out, talking to each other. Like in the corral before each event, we were all like messing around and like talking. It was very relaxed. Like it wasn't like super serious. Everyone was like in their own zone, which like you kind of get like that in the MACC and like other serious competitions, which like is understandable. There's not more on the line, but Wadapalooza was kind of like more of like a fun like throwdown a little bit.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of the sport, all the athletes are relaxed, so they engage with the fans more, and it's kind of an opportunity to get to know your favorite CrossFitter.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, especially like my fiance. She was our coach for our team at Wadapalooza, and she's been a fan of like a lot of these people, like a lot of these other athletes too. So she's in the athlete area, and she's like, "Oh my god, like look at all these people that are here." It's like, yeah, it's kind of cool. Like we get to be around them too.
Yeah. Do you get starstruck at all? Because you worked out with the 5th fittest man in the world for a very long time.
It was almost like when I was working out with the pan checks, it was almost every once in a while I forgot. I'm like, oh yeah, you guys actually are like really good at this.
Yeah.
It was like I just saw him every day. And then, yeah, I still do, especially like people like Rich Froning. Like, I mean, he's probably the reason I started CrossFit. Like, I watched, I think it was like the 2014 games highlights videos on YouTube was the first like CrossFit thing I was exposed to. And then I saw like, oh, who's this Rich Froning guy? Because he won. And I looked up like everything Rich Froning. So I was like, all right, this is something I want to do. So anytime I see Rich, I've had a few just like awkward encounters with them where I'm like walking by and I'm like, hi, or like something like that. So I feel like even though I'm like part of Mayhem now, it's still like not any easier. I haven't been around them enough to, I guess, be more comfortable. But something that was really cool too at the MACC last year, I guess cool might not be the word to say it, but the final event and the like second to last round, Ben Smith just like I was winning the heat like the whole event. In the last round, Ben Smith just like blows by me to win, like win the heat. And afterwards, I was like, like I started CrossFit watching you win the games, so if anyone's gonna beat me on the last round, it's kind of cool it was you. So that was another cool moment.
Yeah, every once in a while, he's still got a little bit in the engine.
Oh yeah, he blew by me. We had like one round left, and he was like sprinting back to the rope. I'm like, I can't sprint right now. Like, have at it.
Yeah. So what are your goals going into the MACC?
I would qualify for the games. Like, I really feel confident this year. I've worked on a lot of weaknesses. Training's been going really good. Mayhem is very, very intense, and like it does fill me a little bit of confidence. It almost makes me feel like the competing will be easier than training, like with how like hard training's been recently. So like I feel really good, and yeah, I think I can do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, an 11th last year shows that you belonged in the top 10 because,
Yeah,
a second here, a second there, you're in the top 10.
yeah,
And and if you're better this year than you were last year, theoretically,
yeah.
you should be
Theoretically,
right there.
I feel like it. So hopefully.
So is there any one workout you're looking forward to more than any other?
I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. I really like the midline sadness one. I think it's like a lunge. There's overhead squats, GHDs, and handstand walking. Just because like those have been weaknesses of mine in the past, and I've just hammered them recently, and now it's like almost a strength. So I'm really looking forward to that one as well.
Yeah, and what I found interesting on this one, there's a lot of unbroken.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean that's normal for like, and it's like I think if you do 30-foot sections unbroken, like that, right? Like we do like 50-foot sections unbroken all the time for hundreds of feet. So yeah, I feel really confident about doing 30-foot sections unbroken.
yeah, and even in that last event, the lunges are unbroken.
Yeah, lunges too. Like we do a lot of lunges, almost like odd object lunges with like kettlebells and dumbbells and stuff. Not a ton with a barbell, but I mean that just makes the barbell so much easier. If you can do it with heavy kettlebells, you can do it with a heavy barbell. That's how I feel like, at least. So I feel good.
So you got your fiance there as a coach. You
Mhm.
bringing any other family down with you?
I think my parents are coming down. I've got some friends coming down. Um, I don't know if anyone from my gym's coming down, but yeah, I know a ton will watch like online. People have been asking me for that like almost every day. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then what are you doing to celebrate on Sunday?
Probably just. I mean, last year there was like some good, like there's a ton of good restaurants down in Knoxville, so probably just hit some of those again. And it'll be great this year because last year my fiance couldn't come to the MACC because she's also in ROTC and she had some like training over the summer where she wasn't able to go, but she's able to go this year. So that would just be that, and just having her there would be a lot better than last year.
Yeah, I bumped into you and Mike at the burger joint.
Yeah, that place is really good. I would like to go back there again. I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was called, but yeah, Mike will be there again too. But
Awesome.
he lost the coach's pass this year. It's going to my fiance instead.
Yeah, you have your priorities, right?
Yeah.
So does your fiance CrossFit?
Yeah, she does CrossFit too. She'll do some mayhem workouts with me. Um, Scale it to how she needs to, but yeah, she works out pretty much every day, just like I do.
And how did you guys meet?
Through ROTC. So we both go to the University of Akron. That's where we met. And yeah, started out as friends and then just went from there.
So do you go to Akron to go to school?
Yes. We live in an apartment like probably 12 minutes away, so not very far.
Have you ever been to Louis Bar and Grill?
Louis Bar and Grill. I don't think so. No. In Akron?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have.
So it's on Talmadge.
Okay, I know. Yeah, I know where Talmadge is.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
look.
so I work for the state of Ohio, and their one stop is just up the street from Louis on Talmadge. And we would go there for lunch all the time because it's just like straight out of the 1970s.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Have you ever been
Yeah.
to Swenson's?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I love Swenson's. I think my first 2 years of college, I think I had Swenson's like at least once a week. Not so much anymore. Now it's like every couple months, but I would love to do it every week. I could eat it every day, I feel like.
Yeah, I love Swenson's, but my nutrition coach, that's like once in a quarter.
Yeah, it's like once every like 3 months right now, which I wish it wasn't the case, but oh well.
Yeah, they opened like 5 locations in Columbus now.
Yeah, they did. They've really been spreading out. But I've had Swenson's my whole because I was born in Akron and raised in Akron. I still go to school in Akron, and there's Swenson's all over. So I love it.
And for our listeners not from Ohio, Swenson's is it's like an old-fashioned car hop.
Yeah.
You pull up, you turn your headlights on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
And the hoppers, they have them running.
Yeah, they're sprinting. Like not just running, they're sprinting, which like in the summer when it's like 80 degrees and super humid, I have no idea how like it doesn't look like they're ever sweating. And I would be dripping sweat the entire time, like all over people's food. So I would feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny that kind of that culture that they've built where everybody's sprinting and the burgers are delicious and the shakes are amazing.
Oh, they're amazing. I think a Galley Boy is their like signature burger. I get like 3 or 4 of those every time.
Yeah, I just like the straight up double.
Oh yeah, that's still good too.
Straight up double, yeah. But yeah. Well, Cam, this has been a blast. Awesome to see you back as someone that I've met in the past and get to see you at semifinals again this year. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully you punch your ticket to the games.
Great, thank you.
And we'll catch up with you down there.
Great, thanks.